Eldrazi in Legacy was so annoying that Vexing Bumble got banned in the format. Well, maybe it wasn't because of Eldrazi, but we'll just act like it was for the hook. For the hook. Do it for the hook. All right, welcome back, Vintage Gamers. Off-stream recording here. We're going to try to play some Eldrazi in Vintage. This is a deck that I actually played originally when they came out in Modern Horizons 3. Put the deck away for a little bit. There's been a lot of iterating on the deck in Legacy, as well, of course, bans in regarding to Bauble. Bauble is a card this kind of deck really, really would like, but unfortunately is not really part of the metagame anymore because of, well, being restricted. I've been very impressed with Kozilek's Command, Myco Spawn, and Fleshraker. We're going to try playing some Battle Mages in the more flexible slot here. They play really well in Vintage typically, so we'll try those out. We're going to play this as a very heavy Null Rod deck, so there's a little bit less fast mana than you might expect. And I am going to try out this Devourer of Destiny. I thought it might be a little too hard to cast, but since then, I've seen what Glaring Fleshraker and Kozilek's Command can do, and I think it's a lot more achievable to cast than I thought. And being able to kill uncounterably kill a frog makes a lot of sense. So we're going to do this. We're going to try this out today. Our deck should be pretty good against things like Lurrus, but then definitely should struggle against combo decks. So we'll see how it goes in this off-stream recording. I'll see you in round one. Okay, here we go. Round one of our league. Trying to do my best to be deliberate with my actions, make some good content for everyone, and keep an even keel. So we'll see what we can do. We're up against Prolific Oath player, and actually just top 2'd or split or won a challenge with Eldrazi. I wonder if that means we're playing in the mirror match. That would be quite crazy. I do have a turn 1 Eldrazi in a mirror, Fleshraker in a mirror match. I'm gonna give it a shot. Let's see if it is a mirror match. If we're starting our Vintage League video with an Eldrazi mirror match, that would be pretty wild. Could be. All right, it's an Eldrazi mirror match. It looks bad for me. Opponent could take this Lotus Petal maybe and try to slow me down for a full turn. They had a Mana Crypt and I didn't, so pretty hard place to be. Or I could just take my Fleshraker. Yeah, that makes sense too. All right. I did not draw that. They already know about Temple, so I feel like I just get my things into play. Got to play around. They did take a bunch of damage here. Maybe Mana Crypt plus Tomb is enough. I just want to get these down before like a Vexing Bubble or Chalice comes. Our lists are pretty different. I chose to do some more top end stuff. I chose to have like a bit more of a Myco Spawn toolbox. So there are some differences in the list, but they are generally the same idea. They're mostly just legacy ports into Vintage. Now if they have a Wasteland, I think that's the #1 problem for us. Null Rod, not a huge problem though. All right, so they have a Fleshraker, no Fleshraker, just us Thought-Knot here. All right, well, I will cast my own Thought-Knot here, probably. I can't kick this right now, but I can strip mine, or I can Wasteland them. Oh, I guess I don't have green mana because we got Null Rotted. So I'll have green mana with this Cavern of Souls later. Do I want to play a Thought-Knot here, or do I want to play a Fleshraker? Do I care about what could possibly be in their hand? Or would I rather just get a Fleshraker going? I think I'd rather try to get a Thought-Knot Seer in play, but I'm not actually very confident. Not an archetype I have a lot of reps with, so. Let's see. Oh, they have nothing in their hand. Okay, cool. So their hand is just mana. Probably not willing to trade away my Thought-Knot Seer. We have the advantage at the moment because we have action and they don't. So yeah, I would take this. Kozilek's Command. So this does a lot of different things. It can make 1/1s that block, which are crazy. They accelerate you with Fleshraker, deal damage with Fleshraker. You can draw cards, and you can exile creatures. So that's going to be really, really powerful. Also costs less with this thing, so I could theoretically exile this, draw a card, make some 1/1s. I think first things first is we should play out our Fleshraker. And then from there, I kind of like just draw a card, make a 1/1, so I can just always block this thing. And then maybe that's just silly. Maybe I shouldn't have played Fleshraker out then. Like if I'm not willing to make a spell happen here, I could always just cast it off of Cavern and just make 1/1/1. It just feels like that's a waste. Hmm. I have regrets. Certainly have regrets. Because I can kill this thing, so why did I play this Fleshraker? I'm already I'm already doing the thing where I play too fast and then be upset about it after. I can just take another 4. I could just trade the Thought-Knots here. It's fine. It's not good, but it's fine. I don't think he has Reality Smasher. But the problem is I need my life total to use these Ancient Tombs, right? Yeah, I really dislike this play, but Null-Rod is a really bad draw. Doesn't do anything. I don't know anything about their hand anymore. They have at least 2 unknowns. 3 unknowns, I guess. I just needed to be able to cast another spell here. Not 100% sure what land I'm tutoring for, but they have their own Kozilek's command to exile my Fleshraker here, it looks like. Yeah, so they scry 3, draw a card, and exile a creature. So the problem is I'm going to be running into mana problems. I do get to kick this Mycospawn, though. Maybe that's enough. I really dislike how I played this game out. I wish I had just maybe removed the Thought-Knots here with the Kozilek's command instead of playing a Fleshraker. Blast Zone. All right, well, they went for 2 top, 1 bottom. I have to use all of my Ancient Tombs here. All right, so first I'll exile your basic forest, I guess. And then I have to choose a land. I have a Gaia's Cradle, a Strip Mine. I have a Yavimaya, which could help me with my Ancient Tombs. Or I could just hit my opponent's mana. They do know about my Mycospawn, so maybe they left extra mana on top. I think I'm going to get a Wasteland and Wasteland this Ancient Tomb. Because that makes it hard for them to cast anything that they left on top. They still have a Mana Crypt going. They have their own Wasteland. They're not going to use it. Alright, I have a Fleshraker. Might kill my opponent. See how much damage I can do. Lost a flip. I don't really like the way I played this game out. But I think it's gonna work out. So I could right now Kozilek's command for 2 units, which does 2 damage. They have their own Mycospawn. They do. Okay, so they don't get to kick it. They just get to tutor for a land. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we just have a lethal Kozilek's command. No, I'm 1 short of a lethal Kozilek's command. Oh, but I can exile this thing. So they're very dead from this. Unless they, I guess they can wasteland my Eldrazi Temple. They have an Urza Saga in their deck. I don't think I put an Urza Saga in my deck. Seems like it could be smart. So yeah, they should just wasteland this, and then I still have enough to... No, I don't have enough. Okay, so now I have enough? Yeah, so now I can play this entertainment and go 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, 5. Oh no, that's only 3. Alright, so I can just attack though, because it's an instant, and then they have to block, and then they still die. My first time casting these cards. Here we go. Oh, it was enough because I automatically get 1 from being a colorless. Okay. Wow, what a crazy game. Like I said, I think I would go back if I had to do this game again. The one thing I would change is instead of playing this Fleshraker, I would have played if I had... I don't actually know if I had 6 mana. I might have only had 5 mana now that I think about it, because no, I probably had like double Ancient Tomb plus Eldrazi Temple. I would have liked to kill their Thought-Knot Seer and attack for 4 instead of trading Thought-Knot Seers, which put me in like a really disadvantaged place. So all right, so that's interesting. We also didn't show them our Devourer of Destiny, so that's good. I don't really like Null Rods here, even though they do have more artifacts than we do. I love my Dismembers here. I think a Waste is fine. A Maze of Ith seems great. Transfer on the draw and Vexing Bauble on the draw are both... all these like anti-combo cards are all bad, and we can bring in a bunch of removal, and I think that's just the best way to play this. I feel like my setup looks pretty good against them. We'll see, though. We should pull up their list real quick if we can. So this is the list that they've recently played. So they are on Battle Mages, but one less Battle Mage. They have a Karn. They have this thing that can gain protection from each color. But that doesn't give him protection from Kozilek's command, so that's pretty bad. 2 Null Rods. They do have a Mystic Forge, which is interesting. Sideboard, they've got like Karakas. Doesn't really do much. They only have 2 Dismembers. They do have Reality Smasher, which is a pretty big upgrade. So they have a bit different than us. We're definitely on the higher top end. So I think we should be pretty good in this matchup. You may reveal this card if you do. Look at the top 4 cards. You may put one of those back on the top, exile the rest. So I can sculpt my draws here. Seems reasonable. So I'd probably just want to put a bunch of mana or like... Oh, wait, when is this? At the beginning of your first upkeep. Okay. Cool. I got some Devourer of Destinies. I've never actually put that on the stack, so that's pretty fun. And I still have some small MTGO lags, none of the big stuff, but between a Dismember, Kozilek's commands, we can really get our first. Soul Ring's really good though. I don't even think I'm playing a Soul Ring. No, I am playing a Soul Ring. Soul Ring, Bauble. It's okay. I'm not gonna try for fast mana, so I don't actually care about Bauble. We'll probably bring Bauble back in on the play, maybe. Not sure. Let's see. Devourer of Destiny. So this card is going to be second from the top. Eldrazi Temple. It actually worked really well. And then this card will be on the top. Eldrazi Temple. All right. So I exiled a bunch of things I didn't really want, and I'm going to get a bunch of Eldrazi Temples. I don't think a Wasteland helps me particularly here unless they're trying to play the Myco spawn, which is, I guess, a pretty reasonable reason to take out that Cavern of Souls. And then we're going to make our way towards 7 drops. think we need to hold this for removal. Oh, they have green, blue land. I thought about that, but I played the entertainment instead. So any color land. They don't have anything to play off of 5 mana, which is interesting. So we can't play this until Cavern of Souls happens. I guess we'll just play this. We can, oh, they can Kozilek's Command, and we can also Kozilek's Command. Maybe we will. I guess this doesn't really hit anything in the mirror match, huh? Because everything is devoid. So it's just a 6/6. So maybe it's not that good, but at least it's a 6/6. I think 6/6 can't be that bad. They have an I have Ugin, yeah, of course. All right, so they do have a Myco spawn, so they get to just kill both of my lands. Okay, that doesn't seem beatable. That does not seem remotely beatable. I will make some mana here. I guess, I mean, I'm assuming they're getting that. I should wait until after, but it's fine. Yeah, maybe just casting a Myco spawn first is the key. I did Wasteland the Cavern on that principle, but I am quite behind. I could theoretically, I don't think I want that. I don't think I want that either. Don't know how I'm going to proceed through this game. Wasteland, yeah. I mean, it's just a 3/3. So, like, if the opponent doesn't have, like, a good follow-up, then we can be fine. Not gonna play anything this turn. Don't think I'm I guess I'd rather be able to hold open Dismember. I guess I'll play another Temple. Yeah, so this is the Void as well. So this is really just a 6/6, so it's not very good in the matchup. My opponent can actually tutor off of their Eye of Ugin. Maybe they can get another Myco spawn. That might be pretty good. I was holding this Dismember up because of Thought-Knot Seer. Yeah, it looks like they're going to get another Myco spawn. I guess I could theoretically stop this with Cavern. Getting a Strip Mine. It's like not even that good though. I guess like if I hit this Yawamaya Coast, that would help. They could just get something else, but I didn't really consider how much I'd be hit by a Sowing Mega Spawn that early, but I didn't really have any counterplay to it either, so. Still don't think I'm gonna keep. I still don't think I'm gonna bring in my baubles or anything. So I can play a spawn. It's just like not great, but maybe I just have to hit this green source so that they can't tutor for another spawn. I wish I could get a Gaia's Cradle but I didn't really have enough units, so let's get a Wasteland here and Wasteland this Yavimaya Coast. It's kind of hard to make green mana a lot of the time, so I'm hoping that this makes it hard for them to get another Myco spawn. Instead, maybe they'll get like a Thought-Knot Seer or something. So yeah, they got a Thought-Knot Seer, which I can actually dismember, so this worked out basically perfect for me. This doesn't get used. That's crazy. I guess it costs a lot of mana to do. Yeah, these are a bunch of cards that I just have not really played a lot with, so it's kind of fun and interesting to see them in action. All right, they have about an infinite mana. Does this work on this? No. All right, so this ETB's with the ETB on the stack. I dismember it. I don't really have cards that are worth hitting here, so it's not a huge deal. They probably take this like Wastegate Battle Mage. I still got mana, so I have 5 mana next turn. I'm still pretty far from casting my 6/6, but 6/6 is really large, so the Wastegate Battle Mage is gone. We both have 3/3s. They don't have enough mana to search again this turn. Definitely down to block. Maybe I'm not down. I mean, I don't have any creatures, so like if they follow up with another creature, it's pretty bad for me. Oh, they're gonna just cycle that. Makes sense. Maybe I can't block there. Mox. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blast Zone. All right, let's play out another Cavern. No, I have to play the Ugin, the Eye of Ugin, so I can theoretically play this thing if I hit another dual land. Damn. I wanted to like preserve my Cavern or my Eye, but all right. So now they actually did hit another green source here. So if they drew a Myco Spawn, we're dead, and they can also tutor for a Myco Spawn. So I kind of need another Wasteland. That doesn't really help me. Yeah. Things are bad. Does blowing up this Soul Ring help me at all? No. So now I just lose another 2 lands. Yeah, unfortunately, we just got behind on mana, and we cannot really possibly come back from just, like, chaining Myco Spawns. That's crazy. Is there, like, anything I can really do? No. I thought we'd be in a good spot this game because we just found a bunch of Eldrazi temples, but it was not enough. It was not enough because they just had too much fast mana and they played a 6-drop too early. The Soul Ring actually was the big killer in this game. Also, they found a lot of green sources. Yeah, I'm not really sure if I have any comeback potential because I lose 3 mana this turn. I guess I could draw a Black Lotus and play a 6/6. Not a great sign. I probably should have put a charge counter on this. Oh, they went for Gaia's Cradle. They didn't go for another Wasteland. Interesting. Maybe they have another Myco Spawn to play? Okay, well, that would make a lot of sense. That seems good. Okay, I will concede this game. I definitely... Beyond the Play looked pretty good. I guess there's some value in playing at least Bauble, but maybe not Chalice. Trip a Devourer. I didn't realize it basically hit nothing, so it's not that good. So I can take 2 Devourers out and play. Maybe I could just play Chalice and Vexing Bauble on the play. I do think a 6/6 is actually still really strong here because it just blocks everything my opponent can play, even Reality Smasher, but getting to it might be hard if we're doing sowing Myco Spawn gaming here. So like how do I make it this far? Like does this hand actually work? I'm gonna try keeping this and then playing this Battle Mage to start. So that it's a creature for Gaia's Cradle, I guess. I might end up like wastelanding next turn. Oh, they're gonna wasteland me. Sure. Emerald. Can't play Kozilek's Command. I don't know if holding Gaia's Cradle might be worse. I guess this doesn't do anything for me yet. No reason to wasteland right away. It's just gonna be a Flesh Raker, maybe. Yup. Blast Zone. Yeah, I mean, I think I just have to keep them off mana, so... Waste. That lets me play a Kozilek's Command. So I can play a Kozilek's Command for 1, which is going to make me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So that would work. Dang, there's a waste. I'm going to play like a Thought-Knot Seer, though. Alright, I will let my opponent choose. It's so bad for me. Oh, it's so bad for me. I don't think I can... I should just cantrip and make 1, right? So I can play anything I draw. Like, I want to remove the Thought-Knot Seer, but I don't think I can. Bottom that. Druid Eye. I need action, right? Waste Escape Battle Mage. Don't have blue, right? Don't have blue. So I can still kick this. And get rid of that. And then my Cradle does make a lot of mana, but doesn't do anything right now. I can get wasted. I think it's better that the Cradle gets wasted. I still have another green mana off of this, so I think that's fine. Unless they have like more mana, right? Well, I guess if I get null rotted, it's pretty bad. Oh no. 3-drop? No! Okay, yeah, I guess that was a problem, huh? Okay, I do feel like I'm playing quite poorly here. But now they can't attack, so... Alright, that's a good one. Maybe. I think I'm losing currently. I wanted to get a Myco Spawn going, but I got Thought-Knot Seared at the opportune time. Maybe my keep was just too bad, but... They have like infinite mana now, so... They can't kick a thing yet, but... Oh, now they can. So they can kick a Myco Spawn here if they have one. Really? I mean, I want to draw a card. I guess they could have removal. They could have one of their 2 dismembers. That's fine, man. Like, I have to make this block. I need cards. Yeah, they have one of their 2 dismembers. Man, I can't win from here, huh? Oh, they have a Kozilek's Command. I guess that works too. Yeah, I guess I can't ever make that block because they have 6 removal spells that hit here. I don't know. Like, what am I supposed to do though? Like, I can't just not do anything. I'm just so far behind. I guess I got the triple block. Yeah, I guess I have the triple block. But then I lose my Fleshraker. Is that like even feasible from here? I don't know. Can I ever really beat a Scry 4? They topped 3 cards. Oh, I'm just dead, man. Get me out, get me out, get me out. Okay, I didn't play well, for sure. I definitely didn't play well, but I also just don't think this was winnable. Brutal. All right, now we got a better idea what our cards do. Let's see if we can't pull it back. This hand does not feel good. I don't know, man. I do have a Chalice, but I'm on the draw. Like, I just don't understand how my deck is going to, like, play against anybody. Chancellor of the Annex. Sure. Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm already very disillusioned, and it's been 1 round and we played a mirror. I think I'm just really burnt out. It doesn't seem like I'm enjoying aspect of like I tried to. This is my third league I've tried filming today, and I like rage quit the first two. I don't know what to do. And then my stream yesterday was an 0-3 terrible prelim. So yeah, it's been I don't know what exactly is wrong, but I do know I am not finding enjoyment in this. My opponent has played a turn 1 initiative creature. I don't believe I will be able to combat this. Turn 1 initiative creature with Wasteland against my Eldrazi deck. This does not seem good for me, but maybe I can draw a Mox so I can play a Fleshraker. That could be pretty good. I don't know. Because I have to throw this Chalice into the Chancellor, which is pretty good for me, so I can play my Soul Ring out, but then I get Wastelanded. Maybe I can make a comeback, but my creatures aren't like necessarily very large. The waste is in the sideboard, so I don't actually have a basic to get off of the initiative in game 1. Like maybe I just always have to mulligan, but I don't know. Maybe I could have a Black Lotus in my opener. Maybe that'd be good. Drew a Gaia's Cradle. That does not seem very good here. All right, well, it does make a green mana after my Cavern gets Wastelanded, so that's actually not the end of the world. Lets me actually play this Mycospawn with my Fleshraker, maybe. Maybe there's a chance, but I'm certainly going to be very far behind this initiative here. And I'm not going to be able to attack through a 5/5. So, like, what am I even playing to? Don't know. Devourer of Destiny, exile your 5/5, maybe. They're not making a 5/5? I've also been having a hard time dealing with like weird plays that still beat me. I mean, maybe their hand doesn't have things that they're interested in, and they want to find things that they're interested in. But I'm pretty sure on the play, your opponent says, "I have a Cavern on Eldrazi." You just want a 5/5. I have a very hard time believing. It's not like you need a land drop. You have a plains, so they bottomed though. So clearly maybe they don't have any mana besides plains. Maybe that's the problem. So I mean, like I'm trying to figure out the reason, right? Gotta try to. Why would you not want a 5/5 and to get trap going? Caracas. So you found other mana. Are you gonna hold this wasteland so you can play a 3-drop? Or are you gonna wasteland my anything? If I draw a Mox, if they don't wasteland me and I draw a Mox in, then I have Mycospawn kill both the things, or Mycospawn get a bunch of mana. Jeez, okay. Sure. And it's gonna be as large as this Wipe Adventure. Without Eldrazi command. I think we need to play this for the little bit more of a longer term plan. So I'm gonna go with Eye of Ugin, and I'm gonna go with Fleshraker, and then I'm gonna go with Mycospawn. I guess that's not really a longer plan, Justin, but it like seems like my opponent really wants to keep their wasteland around so they can play a spell next turn. So I'm gonna wasteland them. And I'm bigger than their board now, and next turn I can get rid of their creature, and I can do it for a lot, so I don't know. Seems really good for me. I'm very surprised with how this turned out, but maybe we're making a comeback here. I mean, we know they have planes, so they can always play a 3-drop, but maybe they were trying to play a 4-drop. Gonna have a lot of mana to do stuff with here. Archon. Oh, well, that turns off my Gaia's Cradle, which was my big plan here. So I can remove a creature, or I can draw a good card, or I can make a bunch of 1/1s. I think I like just killing the white bloom and attacking with the Mycospawn. I guess they can still attack back though. I could just kill the Archon and draw a card. Might just be the best play. Exile a creature and exile draw cards. So I would like to scry and draw cards, and I'd like to kill this, and I need to pay more. I need to pay more. Done. So I get a thingy. So if I can scry into a good creature here for my Gaia's Cradle, I feel like we'll be in a great spot, right? Like a Mycospawn. I should have enough, right? Because I'll have a Gaia's Cradle. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Top. And then I play a Cradle. And then I activate Cradle. And I kick a Mycospawn. I have to use this token to do this, which is fine. I guess I didn't have to do this pre-combat, but I can get their basic planes. And then I can wasteland their wasteland. Is there anything better? This gets back artifacts, legendaries, and sagas. So this doesn't actually get back much of anything. Oh, I guess it exiles all graveyards. Okay, that's actually pretty sick. Get Black Lotus, exile the graveyard. I have a Eye of Ugin, so if I just wasteland their wasteland, then I can just tutor for more Eldrazi with this Eye of Ugin. The Sky's Cradle looks quite good. They blocks, then they get a 4/4. But then we take it back next turn, then they take it back. I guess I can tutor for that 7-drop too if I get enough mana going. So I need to count my mana, right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and -2 on the Eldrazi. Okay, hold on. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 activating this. I have another 4 from my Cradle. And so I can get a 6-drop. Oh, but I can get... No, it gets a creature card. I can get a Battle Mage. But I don't make blue mana. Oh, no, I do make blue mana. Okay, so if I do green, colorless, search. And I get a Battle Mage. And then I do this, and blue. And kick it. And then pounce the skeleton, take the initiative, and win the game. Okay, that was pretty sweet. It was pretty nice. I'm a fan. I would do that again. All right, so I'm gonna take out the stuff here and bring in the stuff here. The same kind of stuff because it's a very similar matchup. That was pretty cool. Okay. I don't know if we were supposed to get that kind of payoff there, but it worked out pretty well. So I'm pretty excited about that. I still don't know if I mean I drew the Kozilek's command, so them having a 5/5 would not have been much better for them. So maybe it worked out for them the way they chose to do it. This hand has no fast mana. Nothing. Can't keep this one, I would assume. We're also on the draw. I guess I don't have that much fast mana in my deck, right? I have On Color, Moxen, Lotus's, Soul Ring, Petal. So maybe that's just a problem. Maybe I just have to play more fast mana in my deck. I didn't want to because I wanted to be able to play Null Rod, but this plays what? A Flesh Raker on turn 2 if I don't get Wastelanded. I mean, it seems kind of good. Small again. I don't know about that small again. I could see this, like, but I just feel like it's gonna lose. Like a Soul Ring automatically makes this hand better. So I bottom the second eye, and then I can, on turn 1, I can play Ancient Tomb, Soul Ring, Flesh Raker, and then on turn 2, I could kick this either way. So it looks pretty good. It's lacking a little bit of top end action, but it's got what we want. Like, we really want to get a Flesh Raker as soon as possible, right? Uh-huh. Oh, am I gonna get Archon? I guess if I get Archon, no, I got Peacekeepered. All right. So what are they gonna Peacekeeper? Soul Ring, Flesh Raker. Battle Mage on green killing Chrome Mox is actually quite powerful here too. It's not super easy to do that right away, but could do it with a Mox. Like I draw a Mox and I go Mox, Soul Ring, Cavern, hit their Chrome Mox. It's really powerful. So lots of options if we don't get like run over. All right, they chose the Battle Mage. They also agree. Which works out pretty well for us because it means we get to jam a Flesh Raker. And then on the next turn, the Battle Mage only costs 2 more, so I can play a 4-mana Battle Rage still. Oh, well, if I get Wastelanded, I can't. Oh, they're going to play a Seasoned Engineer. Well, oh, they're going to play a Witch Enchanter. I see. That does make it harder for me to do the things that I want to do. And they have a Wasteland follow-up. Yeah, could be a problem. Kind of need some more help here. Black Lotus. Notably is more help here. So this gives me 6 mana, which lets me kick this in some way. I think we just cast it for 5 mana killing their white source. Oh, wait. I have an extra colorless. Wait, so can I do everything? If I'd have to have played Cavern of Souls instead. Man, I really messed this up then, didn't I? Because if I had played Cavern of Souls, I guess it wouldn't have cost 2 less. Because this actually reduces this cost, if I'm correct. So it would have cost me 2 more than what I'm paying right now. So it would have cost me 5, and I would have had green. Yeah, I mean, I would have been able to bounce. I guess I would have to bounce Keyskeeper, and it's not actually that good to bounce Keyskeeper, so maybe it's not that big a deal. But I got their white source, and they played a white land creature here, so it makes me pretty happy. I do have a double block if I want it. Not sure I do. Planes. They just had basic planes. That didn't really work out as intended. 13/13. You could hit my eye, I guess. And then where am I after that? I guess I am on double block after that. Oh, they have a follow-up. Oh, they have swords. They should have let me done the double block. All right. Well, this clock is not good for me. Need some help. Let's see who draws action first. It's a wasteland. Not the end of the world. And action? Oh, okay. Notably bad for me. Myco spawn, yeah. I mean, I can start doing some blocking. I just don't really want to. Wasteland. That would have been real good last turn. Yeah, I think they just drew one too many creatures compared to I, who only had 2 creatures this game. I could have gone for a bounce, though. Maybe that would have saved me. Yeah. I can draw the 7-drop, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and kill 1. So that would be a way out of this game. Drawing the 7-drop would be sick. Drew a Thought-Knot's here. That blocks. I think I would rather keep 2 spawn tokens. So I am just going to use my Ancient Tomb. Last card is Cavern. That was my last use of Ancient Tomb, but this gives me really good blocks. All right, don't know anything about their hand now. I still have really decent... I can't play the 7-drop anymore, but I still have good things I can play. Temple... Oh, man, close game. I drew a creature right in time. Drew a Mox. Do you have a 3-drop too? No. Dismember. Yeah, that is a dead one. Dismember is a dead one. It's kind of funny. Blue, white, blue. They drew a White Plume Adventure. That is not good. It is so bad for me. Drew a mana and a White Plume Adventure. All right, well. Gonna need some help. Don't know what that is, but I'm gonna need it. That gets the Black Lotus back. Right? So I play this. I have to use an Eldrazi. All right, so I get this Black Lotus back, which lets me cast my Dismember. It's not telegraphed at all. It's only extremely telegraphed. What could he possibly doing? So I have a good block here if they go all in, where I can block, kill a Peacekeeper, kill the 5/5, and chump the other one, but it's probably not enough still. Maybe they just go down the Lost Well again, even though a trap is gonna kill me. Uh, yeah, it's real bad for me. Hmm. Yeah, they went down the Lost Well again. Everyone goes down the Lost Well. It's crazy. Uh, Top bottom. It's not good. I don't think I can win this game. I'm not sure what my series of draws would be that would get me there. Right. I will kill the one with the Myco spawn. Does not leave them with a good attack. And I'm not dead, so it's nice. All right. Any help? Myco spawns? Kozilek's Command. That's pretty good. I can kill something and make blockers. Feel like I attack with this Thought Knot Seer. If they double block, it's great for me. If they don't do anything, it's still good for me. It's kind of a telegraphed attack because it can really only mean I have a Kozilek's Command, but what are they going to do? Chump it? No. Probably just let it go. No? Chumping it. Interesting. Okay. It's kind of perplexing, isn't it? Goad? Sure. I mean, I have to block your guy. Because I don't. Probably exile a creature, draw cards here. It gets reduced. Fleshraker. Maze of Ith. Definitely not Mana Crypt. Do I want a Maze of Ith? Maybe. If they don't have another creature, Maze of Ith is quite good. I mean, if they don't have another, like an Archon, Maze of Ith is quite good. So. And we take the initiative here. It's kind of coming together. I get a basic waste. I think I'm going to play the Maze out. Because in case there's like an Archon, this protects me from an Archon. I think we won. Wow. Kozilek's Command is a hell of a drug. Okay. Let's try again. The Abstergo Entertainment getting me a Black Lotus to cast my Dismember was not something I had on my bingo card. I feel like I played against this player earlier today, and I just cannot, for the love of God, remember what it was. I think it was Dredge. I'll keep it. Though I've played 3 different decks today, so what does that mean? Nothing. I have a Wasteland, though. I haven't... This is good against Dredge, right? Exile a Yard? It's like a Bajuka Bog, but better. Kind of. Not exactly. Oh, nope. They revealed Chancellor of the Annex. I can't remember if that means they're on mono white or if they were on oops all spells. I think no matter what, it means it's bad for me. Oh, I don't get to draw this chalice. It's so sad. I already have a Thought Knots here, so I guess a chalice is better than nothing. Or an Ancient Tomb lets me play a Thought Knots here. Oh, it doesn't let me play it on Seer because Chancellor. I think I'm going to die to mono black oops all spells if I recall correctly. Yeah, okay. The big thing here is oh, okay. Um I didn't really see a great way for them to oh, they therapied themselves so they can reanimate an Undercity Informer. Sure. Yeah, I guess so. Whatever makes you happy. Okay. Yeah, you got me. I keep playing against this deck. It doesn't really have a great way to beat a Leyline of the Void from what anything I could tell, so we got that going for us. And I do think Null Rod is still pretty good. All of my hate pieces are pretty good in this matchup. So what do I take out? Devourer of Destiny seems quite bad, besides the fact that it like helps me find hate pieces. The Battle Mage seems... Oh, the Battle Mage does hit artifacts, actually, right? This thing clears graveyards, right? Jesus. Okay, this card does factual everything. I guess the Battle Mage is... I mean, I guess the Flesh Raker is the worst because it just doesn't do that much here. The other cards seem like they do more. Could be wrong. Yeah, so mono black scam reanimate. They have or scam oops all spells. Maybe they'll have a pivot plan. I guess they could theoretically grief me and reanimate one of my creatures. Seems like it'd be pretty good. But this is a cast trigger, and this is just a whatever. That's a cast trigger. So maybe that won't really help. I think as long as I have a ley line, I should be extremely favored, but I don't have like forces and stuff, so I do lose out on that. No ley line. Just gonna mulligan this hand. Have a Mindbreak Trap and a Chalice. And a Chalice on one, I think is going to be better than a... Like, they've done Dark Ritual stuff, and they have Reanimates. I think Chalice on one should be better, and a Wasteland. So I'm going to keep this hand. And this actually hits Graveyard, too, later, so... let's go Cavern away. Put Cavern away and play Chalice on one, and then from there on, we can hold up Kozilek's and Mindbreak Trap, and... I feel like they don't have a lot of good answers to Cavern on one. Oh my god, Chalice on one. Oh no, they're still mulliganing. So if I'm getting Chancellored, I guess I have to play Chalice on 0. It's just unfortunate. But they're still mulliganing, so. But Chalice on 1 seems like incredible against their decks. It's gonna hit Cabal Therapy and Dark Ritual and Reanimate. I feel like they probably don't have that many game plans if you do that. We didn't get to see their whole deck in game 1. I should have done it to show you guys what they're playing with. That's my fault. Sorry. I had already seen it today, so I kind of just zoomed past it and conceded. But yeah, they're just playing this like mono black, grief, reanimate, poxwalkers, cabal therapy, red return, Thassa's Oracle. They did reveal a Chancellor. All right, well. I really want to play Chalice on 1, but I think I'm just gonna play it on 0. They can have like Dark Rituals though. I guess maybe I'll be okay against Dark Ritual with my Mindbreak Trap. We'll see. Oh, maybe they had all 0s. Guess we'll take a look. This is quite the hand. Chancellor, Balustrade Spy, Dark Ritual, Collective Brutality. Love that. I think I'll just get rid of this Dark Ritual. It's only a 5-turn clock on this thing, so... All right, Chalice on 0 ended up being the play. Chalice on 1 would have still been pretty good, but... So I can scry really deep if I want to and make a bunch of mana. Don't know if we care about doing that. It does give up one of our ways to... more attacks. Yeah, whatever. Let's cast this. It's for 4. I'm scrying 4, drawing 1, and making 4 mana. Yeah. Bottom. Bottom. Top. Top. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh my god, I had Grafdigger's Cages. Sorry about that, chat. I didn't realize I had even more hate. It's okay. On the draw here, we can take out Trinisphere. I think Chalice on 1 is actually so good that we're supposed to keep it in. Vexing Bauble is still good. I'll just take out this other Flesh Raker. I didn't even realize I had additional cards. That's crazy. My bad. Yeah, I got a lot of hate for this, so... There's a reason that Oops All Spells is not a mainstay vintage deck. There's lots of hate for it. All right. I need a hand with a Leyline, though. It's my only turn 0 play. Actually, I have Mindbreak Trap as well, but in my hand needs to have a Leyline. We didn't show them Leyline, which was good. But yeah, my hand definitely needs a Leyline. So I have to mulligan this, even though I have a cage, because I'm on the draw. They are mulliganing as well. This one's got double Leyline. I'm gonna keep both the Leylines here, because they don't have Vigor. They might not have anything, so maybe I can just keep one Leyline. I don't actually think they have any way of dealing with a Leyline in mono black, right? I guess I could have Feed the Swarm. I didn't see Feed the Swarms earlier. What do I lose out on? I would lose out on a land, but I have a color land, so I can just get rid of this cavern. So I can just keep both ley lines. I guess they could like take this out with Grief, but then I still have the double colorless lands. I feel pretty good. Like they can go Dark Ritual, cast Grief, and like cast Posswalkers. I think that's their backup plan. I don't feel like that's a huge problem. My opponent is in the tank. They are deep in the tank. So I'm gonna keep I'm gonna bottom this cavern and keep both ley lines. It only bites me if they get my Lotus and then I draw a Myco Spawn, basically. And then I can still draw another green light source anyways. I'd rather have the ability to play the Thought Knot Seer if I draw it. Alright, I got 2 ley lines. Here, move opponent. Dark Ritual, play a 3-1. Get the attackings in. Reanimate, Soul Ring. Man, it's a really heavy mana hand. Kozilek's Command. Oh, I guess I should have played Eldrazi Temple. There was really no reason not to play Eldrazi Temple. My bad. I do think I want to keep this bauble in play for... I guess the combo doesn't really work, so maybe I don't need this bauble in play at all. Doesn't really restrict me, though, so... I don't need the card yet. Actually, this is a removal spell. This card is a removal spell, a graveyard hate spell, a draw spell, and a mana producing spell, and a damage spell if you have a Fleshraker. This card is nuts. What? Who printed this? All right, they just can't beat a Leyline. So, like, this was, like, part of the frustrating thing from earlier today. Like, I played against this player, right? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that their deck just doesn't beat a Leyline. It's kind of a wild one. Like, they can beat a Leyline, right? They can play creatures out and attack. Probably not going to work against, like, the creature deck, though. All right, welcome, gamers, to round 4 up against another non-Lurrus gamer. We have a Wasteland on this removal. I'm going to try this. Lots of fast mana. Definitely going to be a bad hand against combo, but I'm not sure that we have very many hands that are good against combo. I guess if we had a Null Rod in our hand and it was a Jewel, that might be playable, but... Another Chancellor. We played against mono Chancellor decks. So this is going to be a mono white. It's going to be another mono white. This hand's not bad against mono white. Chancellor Plains go on 6 on the play. I could see it. So there is a Null Rod. They didn't play any Moxen out, though. It's going to hurt us a lot more. I think I would rather just... Oh, Justin. Justin. All right, man. I don't know. I just forgot about it. I was talking about the other things and I just bonked it up, man. All right. What if they're baiting me and they have a bunch of Moxen? I still need the extra 2 mana, so I just lost a free Sapphire. It could really hurt us if we find like a Wastegate Battle Mage and we want to bounce. Sure. So I can't actually cast. So it actually hurts us immediately because I would have been able to Kozilek's command this Archon and then Wasteland them. But now I cannot do that. So wow, I immediately am punished and not being able to make the play that I want to make. This has just kind of been my whole thing recently. I just have not been able to execute the same level of play that I'd like to be able to while talking. I don't know what changed. Maybe just like out of practice or what, but I've been struggling with that recently. Don't know. Normally pretty good about thinking through something, talking, and then going back, but it's been the going back part that's been quite challenging recently, where I just kind of forgot what I was talking, or, you know, like all the things I processed before I started talking. I assume my opponent will name Kozilek's command. It does make things a little bit challenging here. Does make it so I wish I had played my Wasteland, my Ancient Tomb out instead of my Wasteland. I don't have green sources for Mycospawn still. Oh, they have a Solitude pitching the Chancellor. How much can I cast this for? I can cast it for 1. It's not good enough. I can make 5 mana, which would normally be 3, but now it's only 1. I don't think making an additional mana is worth it to draw a card. Like, I'd need this to actually kill a unit. Devourer of Destiny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Devourer of Destiny seems like it'd be a good card to play here. No! All right, whatever, man. I'm just kidding. My spell's taxed. My 7 mana spell is going to cost 9. So next turn I can Kozilek's Command, killing something and making mana. I guess I can still make mana. I only get 1 mana though, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I can't play an untapped land. My lord. I should have take the 5. And then next turn I have the ability to remove something. Oh, I have Ugin. Never mind. This actually works. Okay, that's crazy. Because it doesn't need to be tapped. I will get rid of your flyer. Now I have a 6/6 on the ground. And then you already used your Solitude. You don't have the initiative. I can start searching things. It seems good for me. Wow. Okay, that was pretty crazy. I did not see that coming. Yeah, there have been a lot of plays in this league where I'm like, oh shit, okay, that's how it. Oh, all right. It's been nice. Honestly, what we're 2-1 and we lost the mirror. We have been playing against a lot of Chancellor decks though, for what it's worth. 2 cards in my opponent's hand, one that they had before, and one we don't know. I guess we don't know either of them, but I don't know how they're gonna beat the 6/6. It is in fact a 6/6. That does make it larger than most things. And then I do have his Constellate's Command I can still choose to do things with. Remove creatures, draw cards. I can start tutoring more Devourers of Destiny if I want. I can wasteland my opponent, which I probably am going to do. They can't draw and play things. I guess wastelanding twice means I don't get to tutor, so... do I want to tutor, though? Seems fine. Wastelanding the Ancient Tomb at least keeps them off of, like, Seasoned Dungeoneer. And then if I don't use Kozilek's Command, I can just tutor another Devourer. Yeah. And I hit the Kozilek's Command. Oh, wait, I don't have enough because this doesn't make 2. All right, well. I'm going to draw cards and exile creatures. I messed this up because I can't use my thing the way I wanted to use it. So right now it's 3 and I don't use my Ancient Tomb. Yeah. I think that's fine. Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to keep all of these magic cards. Yeah, I can't imagine I can lose from that spot. And I'll wasteland them again. And then I'll fireball them with a Kozilek's Command next turn. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, these cards are really powerful in this kind of matchup, I must say. Again, Null Rod, Trinisphere, Vexing Bauble, Chalice, Dismember, Maze of Ith, and Waste. That maps really well. I like that a lot. Could theoretically bring in Mindbreak Trap. Don't really want to. I like how this maps against Mono White, which is nice. I'm not sure that we're actually good against Mono White, but we've been doing pretty well. But I'm not convinced. I am not convinced. Oh man. Yeah, so far the interactions between these cards have been powerful. That was like the first like truly great Devourer of Destiny. I do think that this deck should theoretically be hitting the mana to play Devourer enough that it might be worth playing, and it lets you tutor kind of pseudo tutor for hate pieces post board. I don't know. I'm not sure about that card yet. This hand does not look very good. It doesn't have a Dismember, and it doesn't really play things ahead of curve at all. I feel like it's just kind of a mulligan. Doesn't have like a very robust setup. This one looks a lot better. I'll put this maze back in the deck, and I can get it later. This lets me play a turn 1 Fleshraker and then a turn 2 Kicked Mycospawn. So I really like this setup. But of course, my opponent is on the play and playing Mono White Initiative with an all access pass. They have 7 mana. Yeah. Do your worst, I guess. Are they gonna play it? They didn't reveal a Chancellor. Seasoned Dungeoneer. Seasoned Dungeoneer doesn't really care if I Mycospawn their lands when they had 6 mana worth of Moxen. Okay. I do believe that this beats us. I do believe the turn 1 Seasoned Dungeoneer White Plume Adventure is a more powerful start. And I can't dismember this. So I'm conceding literally after this first draw. Yeah. All right, I've been bested. I guess I should have brought in Mindbreak Traps on the draw. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. Maybe that's like the real problem there. Is if I bring in some Mindbreak Traps, what do I bring them in for though? I don't feel like any of the cards that were in my opening hand would have been. I guess Thought Not Seer is like not amazing. It does block all these 3/3s though. On the play, I still like Chalice and Bauble. And then I'll probably take out. I don't know, like what you want to. I guess this entertainment is not very good. Probably not necessary. And then I'll just cut a mage. So yeah, on the draw there, maybe my Break Trap makes a lot of sense because we don't really have a lot of control over what they do on the first turn. I like this one. I don't like the fact that I can get wastelanded, but I have a Devourer of Destiny to help me smooth over, so that would be pretty good. Okay, all right. This is kind of gaming. So my Devourer of Destiny can help me find a non-Moxen mana source off the top 4. And then I can go Bauble. Okay, never mind. It's going to find exactly a Wasteland. Lost 2 Kozilek's commands there. And then I'll play a Bauble so they can't do any fast starts on me. And then we have to see where we go from there. I will have 3 mana next turn. I might just need to play a Battle Mage. Or maybe I'll draw a card and make a 1/1. I kind of would want to hold that for a removal spell. So, and I do have a Wasteland that they know about coming. I might have to just Wasteland that thing. Probably just have to Wasteland that thing. In that case, yeah, I'm going to play out this 2/2. They can't play artifacts anyways because of Bauble, so... All right, I can't make a play here unless I draw a 2 mana land, Wasteland. Okay, I like that. The mono white initiative deck's mana base is really, really poor. So if you take away their ability to play zeros and then wasteland their actual lands, you end up in a really good spot. They had another Ancient Tomb. All right, they might be able to push through here. I will cast this Mycosynth next turn, though, so I'm gonna Kozilek's Command to draw a card and make a 1/1. Hopefully they don't have a third mana, or fourth mana, I should say. They do. All right, so they can play a 3-drop here. Hopefully it's not an Archon. It's a Thalia. I am just going to Kozilek's Command, drawing a card and making a 1/1. That will let me play a Myco Spawn next turn and kill both of their lands, and that should be game. Yeah, that card's real good too. So I'm kicking that shit. Yeah, this summoning Myco Spawn is man, Vexing Bauble restriction is really so brutal because this deck would really love 4 Vexing Bauble. Ah, man, that's so sad. I feel like 4 Vexing Baubles would be so good here. Maybe make this deck like pretty reasonable. Oh, they're gonna pay the 1 because they have a Thalia plus Vexing Bauble. Very nice. Very nice. All right, so I have an Eye of Ugin, and then I'm going to kick this thing. And I'm going to kill this, and I'm going to get a Wasteland, and you're going to be behind on all your mana again. But you can pay Moxen out now, because there's this Vexing Bauble Thalia stuff happening, so. But for me, I have all the mana I could ever want, so. And then I'll start getting rid of your creatures. Yeah. Play draw. Seems like a pretty big one for this kind of matchup. So now they can turn this into a Mox if they have one. So they probably would have played it if they had one, so instead of playing a Lotus Petal. And I have another Strip Mine in my hand. Classic triple Wasteland Strip Mine game. Oh, they can hit my Kaya's Cradle. Oh, nope, they're going to play a Moxen. Okay. So how much mana do I have? Looks like a lot. Looks like a whole lot of mana. Oh, that costs... That doesn't do anything. Oh, yeah. Devour of Destiny for 7. Exile that. Play a Strip Mine. Strip Mine your Strip Mine. Attack for 5. Good game. Next turn's a lethal with my 6/6. They could, of course, have a land, I guess, and play a 3/3 or something. But okay, this deck's slapping. All right, all right, all right. We have a Lurrus gamer to finish off this league. I'm in. Don't actually have a green source for this Myco Spawn, but maybe this Devour of Destiny will help. We'll see. Oh, it's so weird. It's on your turn. So, like, if your opponent does something, then you can, like, they just milled Gush with Undercity Sewers in their Lurrus deck. All right. I've got a Cavern of Souls. Yeah, I like the idea of Cavern of Souls a lot. Let's go with Wasteland Soul Ring. Don't want this Ancient Tomb to get Wastelanded. If my Wasteland gets Wastelanded, I think that's okay. I guess if my Soul Ring gets countered, it's actually kind of bad for me, especially because I revealed Cavern. Yeah, all right. I like that play from the opponent. Ah, Ancestral Recall. Well, this game is probably going to be in trouble. Oh, we're dead. I'm surprised they would play the Saga here. I mean, I have to Wasteland the Saga. I guess I didn't. If I could freaking exile this Saga if I had played Ancient Tomb. Wow, I didn't think about that possibility. Man, that's so unfortunate, actually. If I had played Ancient Tomb out, I would have been able to play Cavern and then green kick and kill the Saga here. Man, all right. Well, unfortunately, Yeah. It is what it is. I didn't do it. I wanted to play around my Ancient Tomb getting wastelanded, so. That might be too much. I'm kind of this negation on Soul Ring was a great call, and it's really put me behind in this game. I can't double kick this wasteland, but I can kick it just for green, and I can at least get rid of this Black Lotus. Or I mean, I can get rid of it for now because they can just pop it in response. But at least it turns off their ability to play a Lurrus soon. Unfortunately, I feel like unless I get to my Devourer of Destiny to kill this frog, I am going to lose to the frog. That's the reason I wanted to put this Devourer of Destiny, because I don't know how my Eldrazi deck actually beats a frog if I don't have this in the deck. Because it's just going to be too big. It's going to be bigger than my creatures. It's going to fly over my creatures. Like, I think I need to be able to kill frog, which is why I played this Devourer of Destiny in the first place. I know that 7 mana in Vintage is like asking for a lot, but this frog is just like he's going to fly over and then he's going to become a 10/10. So what I need to do next turn is not get wastelanded and then draw a mana and get more mana. Tameo. Mana. Nice. All right. So now I have uncounterable Mycosynth. Not that that matters that much. I can't kick it yet. And then the best land for me here is probably... Oh, man. I guess if I had... I don't have enough to play another spell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess it can just be an Eye of Ugin. I gotta see how much damage they do to me next turn, because I also have to use these Ancient Tombs. See what happens here. Wish this thing had reach. It's green, right? Why can't it have reach? I do feel like if I don't take too much damage this turn, I have this, which is on cast. So I feel like I'll be okay. And then I can rebuild with like a Myco Spawn. This maybe is supposed to just be a Gaia's Cradle. Maybe I can actually do both, right? So if I kick and cast a Myco Spawn for 4, that would leave me with 1 mana floating. And then I get a Gaia's Cradle, which gives me 4 mana, which is 1 short of Devour. So I would have to draw a land for turn to... I could just not kick the Myco Spawn. I could just cast it for 2 with 3 mana floating and getting a Gaia's Cradle for 3, giving me 6 mana, playing a 5 mana Devourer of Destiny. This game feels like it could be winnable, but at any point, like my ancestral casting opponent can just like time walk and I lose. So well, they're going pretty deep on this frog at least. They want to fly it, it looks like. Are they going to make a thing? They're going to make a thing. All right. So if I hit a land and I don't get wastelanded, then we can go with the kicked Myco Spawn into the Devourer of Destiny. Okay, flipping the Tameo. Plussing the Tameo. This still kills Tameo. Oh, I did get wastelanded. Okay. Are they going to wasteland the eye? So now I actually don't have the mana to cast my Devourer of Destiny. That is quite bad for me. The wasteland came at a very bad time. Sphere. No, I'm not going to be able to get the mana I need. That's so frustrating. And if I activate these, I'm just going to die to this frog. The wasteland came at the perfect time. I think if I can dodge a wasteland one turn, I'm pretty highly likely to win the game because I kill the frog. But they did know about the Devourer of Destiny, so it makes sense that they try to find a wasteland. They dug pretty deep for it. They cast Ancestral in this game, so... Actually, this game seems like it might have been pretty dependent on the fact that I didn't play the Ancient Tomb. And if I had killed the Saga with the Wastecape Battle Mage, then they would have a Black Lotus to use, so... It's hard to say. If I take 6 here, then I just die, so... I guess I just lose, unfortunately. I needed to draw an Ancient Tomb there. Yeah. If I had drawn this Ancient Tomb instead of the Trinisphere, then I actually win that game. Damn. I don't think the Null Rods are particularly good here. The Trinisphere looks fine. Chalice looks fine. Bauble looks fine. I want all the Wastelands. I want all the creatures. I want all the Battle Mages. I think I want everything else. I don't know if I want Basic or Maze. Maze could be fine, but... I'll trim down one of the 7 draw. I mean, I need this to kill... I don't know if I need it to kill everything. Maybe I'll just trim 1 Battle Mage and try this. Yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of got lost in thought. Um, uh, sorry, I don't really have anything insightful to say. I think that game was very close to winnable. I think if we were on the die roll, it's super, super easy to win that game. It's just all about the card Wasteland, and we were a step behind, unfortunately. All right. Opponent is trying to figure out what their Demir sideboard plan for Eldrazi is. Fair enough. Probably did not come in the sideboard guide. All right. I think this matchup could be really good. I could definitely see this matchup being extremely good for us. We just like pile on extremely huge threats, attacking their mana. The only thing I'm worried about is Frog, really. And that's why I've had the Devourer in the main, and then we have some Dismembers coming in. So I think as long as we don't get too frogged out, could be in a great spot. I guess that negation on Soul Ring was a pretty big deal. It was definitely a big deal. So I'm gonna go with Wasteland Soul Ring here again. I don't want them to wasteland my Eldrazi Temple. F6. Da. So my opponent has full knowledge of what I'm up to. We have a pretty nice amount of mana, so but we don't have Cavern this time, so our creatures are not uncounterable. Last time we found the Cavern using the guy, the Devourer of Destiny, and that actually helped a lot. It meant that Force of Will was basically dead. So the game could play out very differently if my opponent's able to counter my creatures with Force. This card is interesting. I didn't really think about the graveyard application for it when I put it in the deck. I was like, well, it's, you know, got some, doesn't really do, like, you bring back historic cards super well, but it does have, there are some good hits, like a countered Null Rod, maybe. The fact that it's a multicolor land and a colorless land is really nice for, like, casting the Wayscape Battle Mage. And then the fact that it just hits all graveyard for maybe Bizarre and a couple other decks is pretty good. And it already brought back that Black Lotus to pay for Dismember, so. All right, what do you got for me, opponent? You have another on-color Mock Stark. If they had a frog here, it'd be pretty bad for me. I'm looking for one of them Cavern of Souls. Ripped Cavern of Souls off the top. Okay. I can't really do anything about a Fatal Push here. But I still think I'm supposed to play the Thought Knot first. Just because of the way it utilizes my mana and attacks their hand. Looks like I'm getting Fatal Pushed. No, I'm not getting Fatal Pushed. I'm getting Dressed Down? Wow. That's so good. Imagine not playing Dress Down in your Lurrus decks. People actually choose not to play Dress Down in their Lurrus decks. It's so strong. It's actually crazy. So my opponent got to take away the upside of Thought Knots here and leave the downside if they like Fatal Push it later. It's then this card loops with Lurrus, and then they have Wasteland for Cavern. We are getting demolished. Wow. Oh, they hit the Wasteland on my Wasteland. That's interesting. Don't currently have an answer to this frog either. Another Cavern, though. I mean, I could exile the cards so they can't jump, but that doesn't seem particularly strong here. Yeah, I think this looks lost. This looks already lost. That's not a good sign. That is not a good sign. That Dress Down was killer because I guess it makes sense though. Like if they had I mean, we don't know if they had a frog or not. They could have drawn a return, but I think if they had a frog, I would have rather played the frog over play the Dress Down, but. Yeah, I mean, I can't block this thing. You can just pitch 5 counters to it. Man. What do I need? I need another Devourer of Destiny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A Devourer of Destiny would work. Theoretically. A Kozilek's Command would work. Wouldn't be uncounterable, though. Dismember would work. Not uncounterable, though. I guess I do have Kozilek's Commands in the main. Those technically deal with frogs, but this is an uncounterable deal with frog. I don't know. It could be 7 mana. It's still too much. It's definitely possible. All right. Demonic Tutor, Ancestral Recall, Fatal Push. What are you thinking here? Fatal Push. On the Fleshraker. Interesting. Now Devourer doesn't do it. Another Thought Knot is interesting enough. So let's play a Thought Knots here. Unfortunately, I'm just not beating the Psychic Frog, so. What do you got for me? Dismember, Gush, Dig. Yeah, I am not beating a Psychic Frog. I'll definitely have to take Dismember. I guess I would rather not get my Cradle hit. If I had the mana there, I'd maybe exile the Yard, but even that's kind of suspect. I guess these things attack pretty fast. He is at 12. They are at 12, I should say. Booble. They have a Dig. I need to really draw some solid card. Like a Cosmic's Command would have actually resolved against my opponent, killing this Psychic Frog and then drawing cards. Like it would have been very good. Are we gonna Gush? Oh, we're gonna Gush. Flip the Tameo. Probably not getting strip mined at this point. I guess they can just dig me. That's crazy. They're gonna Gush, flip Tameo, dig. Yeah, I mean, what's it kind of do? My opponent is simply going off. Yeah. Looks like our league is coming to an end here. Doesn't feel very good. I thought we might have some nice game plans against this deck, but didn't really work out in either game. I'd have to play it a little bit more, but I have a sneaky suspicion that these large creature decks are typically quite good against Blue-Black Frog, especially Blue-Black Frog without swords. But definitely susceptible to Wasteland like in game one or counters on our fast mana. I'd have to think about some of the other slots here. The first Urza Saga feels like it might make sense to put in there somewhere. Maybe this entertainment is not that good, but it was kind of in the Yavimaya Coast slot. Maybe 3 Null Rods is too many, though we didn't really see Null Rods in this league. And again, you can always change up these Devourer of Destinies too, so. All right, my opponent has figured out their dig through time, which does make my hit their graveyard a lot worse. And they have a fatal push off of it. And they revolted by gushing and by flipping Tameo, killing a slot Nazir, drawing an extra card. Yeah, that is killer. They haven't even drawn a card this turn for Psychic Frog yet. Wow. Getting bullied. All right, they decided they want to hold back Frog because they're worried about their life total. I, unfortunately, did not draw action, unlike my opponent who can always buy a Lurrus. I cannot always buy a Lurrus. I think that means we are fresh out of luck here. I'm going to play out the entertainment, but I'm not going to pop it. I want to see if my opponent reads it or not. Maybe I can get them in response to a Tameo activation on a fatal push or something, but I doubt it. I think we're just so far behind. My opponent has 8 cards in their hand. There's simply no chance. Black Lotus. Yup. Are we buying Lurrus? Why are they getting to engage in so much fun? All right, well, I will respond to your Lurrus by activating my entertainment. Boom. No graveyard for you. I did not get a Tameo out of the deal, but I did get a Black Lotus out of the deal. Not that I'm beating a Tameo as it stands, but maybe, just maybe, we can draw Eldrazi command, exiling their creature, and then drawing a card, and or maybe we can just draw the 7-drop. Or we can just draw mana. All right, I'm out, chat. I'm out, chat. That's an it for me. Not a bad. A 3-2 performance with our good old Eldrazi experiment here. I think there's something here. It's not amazing, but it does do some things really nicely. It seems like it has some cool game plans against some of the decks in the format. There's definitely a lot of different ways to build it. Let's open this point for fun. What do we got? Boom. Ooh, a Void Mirror. This should be restricted based on violating the spirit of the format and countering Moxen. I'm just waiting for my Void Mirror restriction. Open some of these too for fun. Ooh, Old Border Dragon Rage Channeler. That's cool. Snow-covered Waste. I didn't even know that existed. We got a Human Assassin. Whoa. Look at that. Ooh, very cool. What else? Creeping Chill. Old Border Creeping Chill. I probably need to get myself one of those. Swifties. Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, thanks for watching. This was by far the most palatable of the leagues that I tried to record. I think we had a good mixture of like reasonable play, learning cool things, a nice interesting deck. Hopefully I can keep up that kind of gameplay as we move forward into the new year. I do need to do some serious tuning for the upcoming showcase events, the upcoming RCQ. I need to get a bunch of qualifier points. So there will be some serious mode going on in the near future, but until then, more videos on my YouTube channel Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'll see you then.